This video brought to you by Bose, makers of the award-winning Bose 10 noise-canceling headset. The Jet by Cirrus Design was present in mock-up form at the 2007 AOPA Expo. As the company prepared for the show, we thought you might like to meet Cirrus Design's president and CEO and have him help you get to know his new aircraft.
Hi, I'm Klapmeier with Cirrus Design. We're at the AOPA convention in Hartford, Connecticut, where we're very proud to really give the public its first general look at our new product, which we call the Jet by Cirrus. We did unveil the airplane this summer at our owners' convention, which we call the Migration in Duluth. But other than the select few that managed to get to Duluth, Minnesota this summer, this really is the first chance for the general public to get a chance to see it. We had debated whether or not we would show it at the NBAA, the National Business Aircraft Association meeting last week in Atlanta, but we chose AOPA for some pretty specific reasons. This really is our audience. As a personal jet, we want people to understand that this is an airplane that people who are currently flying smaller airplanes ought to be able to aspire to. The way I often put it is an airplane that's easy enough for me to fly, and I flew out here in my SR-22. So the concept behind the Jet as a personal jet is owner flown, easy to fly, sit in the front left seat with relatively simple handling qualities, simple systems, and approach speeds and airport handling characteristics that are more like smaller airplanes as opposed to business jets. Obviously at this point it's still a mock-up. It's been through wind tunnel testing and quite a lot of computational fluid dynamic review, CFD. But what we'll find out as we get the airplane into flight, which should happen sometime next year. Some of the things that make our personal jet different is the seating configuration. It's a 5-seat airplane with the pilot up front, but one of the unique features is that this middle seat slides. And what that does is allow you to offset your shoulders, giving a much more spacious feeling for the primary 5 seats. What you'll also notice is behind that we have, in addition to 5 large seats, 2 jump seats, where as long as you're relatively small, about 100 pounds or less, we can carry those kids that don't want to get left behind. Our jet obviously looks different from what a lot of jets look like currently. We think more will look this way in the future, as you're already starting to see. It starts with the engine location. We've got the engine mounted in a pod up on top of the fuselage, rather than trying to cut inside and protect an engine compartment inside the fuselage. The V-tail is a result of that engine configuration. This allows us to put the thrust past the tail and make sure that we still got good handling qualities. Obviously, it's a very large V-tail. We don't want to have, we didn't design this as a low-drag V-tail. We designed it as a high-stability V-tail. Another unique feature of the airplane is the angle that the engine sits. We're actually vectoring the thrust. In order to keep the airplane from having too large a nose-down pitching moment, we keep the engine tucked down close to the fuselage, and then we actually turn the thrust as it comes out the back, rather than having the engine sit up higher and run it parallel.
Cirrus is targeting a cruise speed near 300 knots for the 5 plus 2-seat jet and has a certification target of 2010.